Hi there, my name's Andrew from Parker Adams Boat Sales, and we are here this evening. It's a beautiful evening down here on the River Hamble, and I'm about to give you guys a walkthrough tour on what I consider to be one of the most versatile 20-foot boats that I've ever seen. I've noticed these around. I've seen them at the Southampton Boat Show, seen a couple around the Solent, and the Saxdor 200 I think is brilliant. For a 20-foot boat, there are so many features, so many nice little touches in it, that this boat is a brilliant alternative for somebody who doesn't perhaps want a rib, wants something that's easy to trailer, something that can go onto a dock, so it could easily be dry stacked or stored in a driveway somewhere. So let's crack on with the walkthrough tour. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Our numbers are going up nicely and we really appreciate all your support with that. So let's start off with the walkthrough tour. So as I've mentioned, it's a Saxdor 200. Now in terms of the size, it's a 20-foot boat, and this is really comparable to something like a really about a 6-meter rib, but the space that you get on board it is really fantastic. In terms of seating wise, you've got 2 seats at the helm area, so you've got a helm seat and also a passenger seat. I'm going to step on board. You can see we've got this on our aqueduct here on the Parker Adams Boat Sales pontoons. It's very easy to step on board, but of course the benefit of the docks is that the boat's totally out of the water, which is always nice. Each of the passenger seat and also the helm seat have got these bolsters, so when you're sat down you've got a couple of driving positions. You could stand up here, but you can see there that the bolster just gets into the back of the knee, so you can lift that up and you've got quite a bit more space there as well. You can go into a semi-seated position, so you could sit like that, having a good view out, and you've got this really nice large windscreen at the front. Now the beauty of this windscreen is it's another feature on the boat. At the moment it's in windscreen mode, so when you're going along the wind would be hitting this and going up over the top of the boat really nicely. But I've released these slightly ready for the walkthrough tour. All you need to do is just push down on the window, he says, walk through. Maybe I need 2 people to do this. Push it down right the way to the bottom, and now the windscreen is all the way down there. Now I still think that would work quite well as a windscreen, because you can see it's higher than the console and it is going to lift the wind up a little bit. But depending on the state of the weather conditions, whether you want to just get your face out into the sun and get the breeze into your face, or you want to have full protection, you've got the option of lifting that up or down, and then you just wind some stoppers in to keep it in position. I think what I did then was didn't wind them out quite enough, so it was a little bit stiff, but a little bit of graphite spray or something would sort that, so the windscreen just goes up and down really nicely. So that's the helm seat. Now underneath each of these seats you've got storage, so for a small boat there's a lot of storage on board. You've got these 2 spaces there, there's some beer in there, we might leave those in there for a lucky new customer. So lots of space in here. 2 storage lockers there underneath the helm and the co-pilot seat. Then on this back seat, really good design here that you could fit. It's designed for 2 people, but I'd say you could certainly get 3 children along the back here. Nice comfortable position if you're driving forward. But if you've got a water skier, then you can flip this over, and now you've got a water skiing position where you can see somebody water skiing off the back, and you've got a tow point on the back of the boat for a water skier. Or we've set this up with a dining table. So actually you can sit here, 2 people on this seat, couple of people on these 2, and now before you know it, you've got a dining position for 4 people on the back of the boat, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Now, all of the flooring on the boat is set to like a Vasadex style, so I think it's PVA foam, so it's a closed cell foam solution, which is very easy to clean. Feels really nice underfoot, so I've got my shoes on at the moment, but I can feel that it's nice and spongy and gives a nice quality feel. And it's also really nice at sound deadening, so when the boat's going through the water and it's lapping, actually the PVA flooring takes off quite a bit of that sound. We've had boats that we've had it fitted to, and it does make a big difference. This particular boat is powered with a Mercury 115. The Saxdor 200 can take up to a Mercury 175, which I think would turn this into a bit of an animal. But a 115 is a really good setup on this. Still plenty powerful enough to bring up a water skier and have a day out with your friends, 5-6 friends, and know that you can get on the plane and cruise everywhere at 20-25 knots. So that's fantastic. On the rear edges, you've got 2 storage lockers here, so if I just lift those up, in fact what I might do for just the next couple of bits, I'll just take the GoPro here. So if I look into here, you've got a storage locker in that side. It's a bit like the Axopar in that sense, you've got storage lockers on either side, and then another storage locker just on this side as well, and the battery isolator is kept just under there as well. You've got more storage, which is under the seat there, but the best storage feature on this boat, and what I think makes this boat really, really unique, is that just under this forward deck area, and of course you've got a brilliant sun pad area there, but you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's great, where on earth am I going to store the sun pad cushions? I can show you. If you lift that up, the sun pad cushions are all stored underneath here. So if you take those out and put them on the top there, you've got the most enormous storage area, which is absolutely brilliant for paddle boards, brilliant for anything like that. If I just pass that back to my very capable cameraman today, thank you, Nick. So you can take those out, they go up onto the top, and then a huge space under there for storage. But the other quite cool thing about this boat that you can do is it does come with an option where, I don't know exactly how it works, but basically it's a side option where you can put some form of canvas onto the sides, and that then turns into a bed. And you can see how that would work. If you have covers around the side here, that is plenty big enough to sleep in. So they do an option from factory on this boat to have that, but I'm pretty certain it can be retrofitted, which is quite cool. So let's close that up again for now. Now, it's quite a powerful spring-loaded system on here, so I have to make sure I put the clips on, otherwise there's a good chance it might pop up again. In terms of walking further forward, you can see you've got a nice pop-up nav light. Quite a nice feature there. So that's a pop-up Osculati nav light. I like that. I like fun things. And then two really good solid cleats on this boat. Again, you've got this PVA foam on the top with the name Saxdor cut into it. And everything about this boat says it's a fun boat to be on the water. And in terms of the fun side of it, you've got yourself a Fusion a Boss sound system. I'm so used to saying Fusion sound system. There's a Boss sound system on this boat. You've got speakers in the cockpit, and then that's all linked through. If I just bring the camera back over this way so I can show you that. That's then all linked through as well to a Simrad, agree to all those systems, to a Simrad Chartplotter. And another thing I really like is a lot of boats, the modern boats, are now going down this sort of glass bridge, I think they call it, system, where the Chartplotters are cut in and it looks like a seamless extension on from the dash panel, and that's got that there, which is really nice. Little touches that I like is, if you look here, all of the lighting, it's all backlit LED, so you can pop those on and off, it comes on and off. Saxdor logos onto the wheel, of course fly-by-wire throttle, and then these are really cool. I always fit these on boats that I have. You've got a wireless charging port, made by a company called Saxdor. Put that in, drop it in, automatic, you can see my phone has then gone on to charge. It's such a simple solution to making sure that your boat is fully charged. Your phone is fully charged when on the water. So any other details about this boat, please feel free to talk to us. But I think the Saxdor 200 is a fantastic boat. It's quick, it's nimble, it's great fun out on the water. You've got a twin-stepped hull, so you've got lots and lots of performance. Fuel efficient as well. A day out on the water with that Mercury 115 is not going to cost you any more than, I would say, 50 to 75 pounds of a quick blast around the Solent, which for a fun day out with friends, everyone chips in with 10, 15 pounds and you've got your fuel covered. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a very quick walkthrough tour on the Saxdor 200. It's a brilliant boat. It's being presented here by Andrew from Parker Adams Boat Sales. It's on the market now and it's ready to go. So thanks as always for watching. Thanks for your support. As I mentioned earlier, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And we very much look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks as always.